Yeah. I would say, so, like, a prime example, and this has been a big controversial topic in the celebrity world, is, like, David Beckham still kissing his daughter, who's, like, 18 now or 16 or something like that. And they may not mean anything by it, and it's just like that. But it is kind of weird.
It's too old.
Taking a name, you coded the door, and welcome to the game.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Dear Dilemma. We are in the car for the third week in a row.
Someone please save us.
And it's really dark. We're driving, and I was just having an argument with Brooke about how we have a light on in here. And I don't know if anybody else's parents talked about how you can't have a light on in the vehicle because it will ruin their driving abilities. But my dad definitely told me that, and they were like, shut your light off in the back seat. Did anybody else's parents say that?
Yeah, mine did, and we were just trying to figure out if this is illegal.
Yeah, because we thought maybe we would get pulled over on the way home.
But we don't think it's illegal.
So we're going to do it, and we're going to film our last video for you guys this...
It is recording.
3 weeks or whatever that we've been in the car.
We've just been in the car.
I promise we won't be in the car next week.
Same outfits. We've been stuck. We're in a time lapse.
We're only getting a little slap happy, if you can't tell. Anyways.
It's been an adventure.
So our topic today, our Dear Dilemma topic, is kind of serious. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think it's one where there's going to be a lot of opinions on it, and I may get canceled.
We might get some backlash. I don't know. We'll see. It's basically when is too old to kiss your kid on the lips, and when is too old to be breastfeeding.
Like, at what age should that be done?
Yeah. And I think it's... I mean, I have a 3-year-old, so I still, like, my husband and I still kiss him on the lips sometimes. But it's, like, very innocent. Even sometimes he, like, puts his hand up. He doesn't want to be kissed on the lips.
Yeah.
And we don't force that. It's just every now and again we'll kiss him, like, on the lips before bed or something like that. But it is to a certain point where, like, I wouldn't do that anymore. I think that if you're probably around, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6, I probably would definitely stop doing that altogether because I do think that it gets to a certain point where it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion is if your child is at the age where they're like starting to like date or kiss other peers, like absolutely not. You like waited way too long to stop doing that because that's just like strange to me at that point. Like,
yeah. I would say, so like, a prime example, and this has been a big controversial topic in the celebrity world, is like David Beckham still kissing his daughter, who's like 18 now or 16 or something like that. And they may not mean anything by it, and it's just like that. But it is kind of weird.
It's too old.
Which that family's weird anyways. And then I would say, like, with my nieces, one's going to be 3 and then 7 and 9. The 7 and 3-year-old will sometimes still, like, if they go in, especially the 3-year-old, not really, Lily doesn't do much anymore, but they'll she'll try to go in and give me when I'm like, oh, I'm leaving, give me hugs, and like she just, there's a record, and she'll go to give me a kiss, and I'll turn my cheek, and it's not because I'm like being weird. I know she's used to it from her parents, but that's where I want to make sure, like, you know, I'm like your aunt. One, also majorly germs. Like, like germs. For sure. Like, you guys are sick all the time. No way. But yeah, I think 5, 6, 7, I don't know, about that age. I think when they hit like 10, and usually by the time they're 7, 8, 9 years old, they're like, ew, get off me. Like, they start to get in that cooties and that type of age. Now let's talk about breastfeeding.
Well, hang on one second, because I do have one more thing to say about the kissing, because I do want to just acknowledge there's other cultures out there that they do, like big Italian families or something, like they might come up and greet each other and kiss each other on the cheeks or kiss each other on the lips, and like there are certain cultures where I think that's more acceptable, but obviously in America I feel like it's kind of strange. It's out of the ordinary. You don't see it a lot, and I don't think it's like encouraged or anything.
Yeah, because Italians are very aren't they like very, like Italy's very love
Yes.
pro? Well,
Kinda
yeah,
more
because like you
they're
see
French
it.
people. I think they kiss each other maybe a little more.
For a second, I thought I could not see anything. Oh crap! There we go again. Can't see. Anyways, I can see now. Yeah, because like I watched that movie Culpa Mia. You know, have you
Is it
seen
like
that?
Mamma Mia or something different?
No, it's like a little, like, kind of lovey thing. And oh wait, no, that's not Italian. That's Spain. But yeah, you're right. Different cultures are more like that because they're like way more like friendly and touchy-feely than what like we would be for movies and like for premieres leading up to it, or just in general. So I get that there is a cultural divide in a way of that sort. So let's get into the topic of breastfeeding. Now, I don't have any children, obviously. Look at this figure. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I don't have any kids, so people can tell me I can't make a comment about this, but I can, and I will, and I will stand by this, and you can cancel me. But I think, personally for me, if I ever get the chance to become a parent and I can breastfeed, I would breastfeed up until they are eating like hard foods, like once you're off of it. Now, I'm not saying I would stop producing milk. Like if I could still pump and feed it to them in a bottle, I would. But I would definitely completely stop breastfeeding, because to me, I don't know, I just feel like one, breastfeeding is already challenging enough and can be painful, and then you add on a kid that has teeth. Now I know this varies for everyone, and not all kids can take a bottle and they only want the breast and all of that stuff, but like I think it's weird when they get to be after like 1.5 maybe, like one.
I think when they're old enough to say mommy booby,
yeah,
like that might be a little bit like
if
when you need to cut it off. I don't know.
Your kid's like 2, 3, 4, I just feel like that's a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that.
People can be mad at me for saying that, but that's just my personal opinion.
Well, I think everybody's entitled to their own personal opinion, and especially like, you know, you haven't gone through it yet, but you're kind of imagining what your choice would be at that point, and I think it's very valid. Like I planned on trying to breastfeed for a year. That was my goal, and I had my son during COVID, and so it was like a formula shortage and stuff, so I felt a lot of pressure to breastfeed, and I wanted to. I mean, that was my goal.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was hard to get formula. We had to ask a lot of friends to try to get our certain brand of formula and stuff. It was kind of a nightmare. But when I went back to work, my supply kind of dropped. So it was hard to keep the amount of milk up that like my son needed. So it did become more challenging as time went on, and I made it about 7 months, which I was proud of, but I wanted to make it a year. I think if I could have continued on past a year, I don't know that I really would have much more than that. Maybe I would have pumped for like another half of a year and just given bottles, but I don't think that I would have continued to breastfeed unless it was just at night, maybe like as a soothing kind of thing. But I know everybody's journey is so different. Just personally, I kind of wanted to make that decision to be like stop at a certain point because you get your body back. Like not in the sense of like, ooh, it looks good, but like in the
You're
sense
not
of
a milk producing
like
cow, basically, is what I've heard women
pretty
say
much
about themselves.
like there's so much time and energy that goes into producing milk and just making sure your supply stays up. You have to eat certain types of food, you have to drink certain types of fluids, and it does become more challenging. And like I wanted to sleep on my stomach again, and I wanted to not wake up in the middle of the night and be leaking or have to pump. So I know that decision is different for everybody, but I really don't think that I would have breastfed for much longer than that anyways.
We're about to find out if we're gonna get pulled over.
There is a cop we just passed. We will find out.
They're distracted. They ain't got time for us.
Hopefully they were just writing up reports and they're ignoring our
I don't
light
think
inside
it's
of our
illegal.
car.
I don't think it's illegal.
I really don't know. I'm gonna have to Google. We'll have to Google this after we are done.
I don't think it is. I think that's because our parents were annoyed with us.
Probably my dad always said it's the reflection in the rear view mirror. It's like I can't see the road.
I can see like fine. Granted, the reason why I'm struggling is because it's getting darker and it's raining. But is that him?
Nuh-uh.
I don't think it is. Oh well. Anyways, let us know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong for saying, but I don't think I am. If they're eating fruit snacks, they shouldn't be snacking
On your boob.
on your boob.
On your tit.
I don't think that's what they should be doing.
I think when they have a full set of teeth too, it does get a little bit
Yeah, because then what if they get mad at you
nerve-wracking.
and then they just like bite down?
I don't know. Like, I did get bit at one point, and I was pretty much like ready to be done at that point too. And it doesn't always happen, but yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's like a full-time job, really. So anyways, yeah, I think like 4 or 5 for kissing on the lips, and then I think I would say probably around like 2 to 3 for breastfeeding. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I have to throw this away because I can't hold on to it any longer. We can keep recording. I agree. I think that is an appropriate age, and because then, like, what if your kid goes to school and they're like, "Well, I still kiss my mom," and they're like, then they get me fun of.
Yeah.
You know. Sorry, I'm throwing this way. Come on.
And if
for a road trip.
and if we got pulled over, we were just gonna keep recording too.
I would have said, "Sorry, sir, I can't see. According to my parents, this light's distracting me from my room."
We also want to know if it's illegal or not.
Yeah, actually, can you also answer a question? Is it illegal? These are things we're finding out. I can see.
Because we took Deer Dilemma on the road for 3 weeks.
We've been stuck in the same outfit for 3 weeks. I cried. That was fun. I have my dog back. Hold on, this looks weird. She's got some of her cremations in this necklace, so you can't see. But if you do, you can go back to that episode and watch it. Anyways, let us know in the comments what you think, age appropriate wise. When should it be done? Make sure to follow us on our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Dear Dilemma Official. And next week, we will be in different. Sorry, I can't speak.
We'll be in different outfits. We will be out of the car. We'll hopefully be back to our normal setup. My basement is almost done with the remodel. I don't know if you guys heard or remember, but my basement flooded. So we've had a lot of construction down there. My husband has been working on it really hard, and he is such a nice, wonderful man, because I would not be able to do that on my own, and I have no idea how to do it. So I just helped him paint because I know how to do that. Anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for following along and, going on the road and having some
we may do this again.
Weird episodes.
Get out of the house. Our setup, and it's gonna be summertime. We may,
we'll maybe interview more people.
Interview more people.
Yeah.
Who knows? We may end up on a Friday night at a bar interviewing people, and their dilemmas.
Or maybe a local winery or something. We'll see. I don't know. We're just tired of being cooped up, so we decided to go on the run.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a little different than our normal content, so hopefully y'all are along for the ride. Bye!
Oh, look, Uranus.